What's going on, guys? It's your boy Beast Mode always, because I'm always beasting. And today is Tuesday, so you know it's time for another hot and spicy Tutorial Tuesday. Let's go. Alright, so when you're talking about spawns and trying to create a better map flow, or predicting spawns and flipping spawns, it's one of those things. It's better if you have a team of people that's on the same accord. The more you push a spawn, the more you subject to allow the spawn to flip. Now, if you want to control the map, if you want to lock down the map, if you want to hold down the map, you can pretty much sit on the left side of the map and just keep killing the team that's coming from the right side of the map. I'm just using that as an example. And it's better when it all depends on what game you play. Let's say if you play TDM, right? You play TDM and you spawn on the left side of the map or the north side of the map. You know the team is spawning from the south side or the other side of the map. So if you want to keep that team spawning in that direction or from that same south side of the map, you stay more to the north. All it takes is probably one or two people to go push too far, and that's going to kind of throw the spawns off. Now, in domination, let's say domination, you got ABC. Triple capping, I would say triple capping is only good when you're trying to come back. I have triple cap, just being greedy sometimes, but if you want to control the map and a better map flow and knowing where the team is going to come from, just cap B and C or B and A. If you cap A, B, and C, the spawns are going to be unpredictable. People are going to be coming from everywhere. So if you cap A and B, they're going to be coming from C. Now the thing about that is you can push a person or a player, from my experience, you can push the one that hasn't been capped, or let's say C, or let's say A, as long as you don't cap it and you don't want to push too much. So let's say the team cap A and B, and me, I want to be greedy because that's the way I play sometimes. I might hang out at C or just a little bit in between B and C, so I won't throw the spawns off. But do not cap C. I won't cap it. I just run straight around it, keep on moving, kind of go back to B so they can spawn back. And it all depends on you knowing the game, you knowing the map, and what your team is going to do. A lot of times if you play by yourself, everything is going to be random. Everybody's not on the same accord. People are going to be all over the place. You got people that are very greedy. I'm a rusher type of player, but at sometimes I do know, okay, I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to come up with a plan, and I will pretty much do what my team is doing. It all depends on what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish. So the more you push into the enemy's territory, the more you're going to make the spawns random now or unpredictable. Now, if you push, it's a good idea that the whole team push with you. That means if you're on the north side and your whole team push south, then they're going to be spawning from the north side because now you're in the south territory. So if you want to, push the spawns like that, that's a good idea. But a lot of times what you'll have is you'll have people all over the place, and then the spawns are just popping out all over the place. So if you're one of those players that's just trying to hang back while your team is everywhere, you're going to have people spawning by you or close to you or in your vicinity. So if you want a better control or better flow, or get a better understanding or a better map control, it's better that you don't push the spawns so much. Now a lot of people be like, well, that's not true, that's not real, spawn trapping is not a thing. It really is. It all depends on how you do it and what team you have. I think they did some, made some changes or some patches to try to make it a little better. I'm not sure. I think a while back they tried to do some patches to make things a little better, but from my experience, you still do it. Let's say Black Ops 3, perfect map, Nuketown. Now when you spawn, Nuketown is a perfect map for spawn trapping. It don't matter what you play. Kill confirm, team deathmatch, domination. Not hard point. I wouldn't say too much hard point, but you still can spawn trap on hard point. It all depends on how you do it for wherever they put the hard point at. But definitely domination. I'll use that as an example. You got A, you got B. We all know B is always in the middle. All you have to do is hang out between A and B. Game over. If you hang out between A and B on most maps, especially Nuketown, I mean just most maps, game is over. You do not have to cap C, but people get greedy and they go triple cap, and then it's chaos. Now, if you like to play like that, that's cool. But if you want a map control and a better flow and predicting the spawns better, it's best to not cap all three unless you need it, or you just want to be, you know, just that type of player. Spawn predicting, it comes with a lot of practice, because you pretty much have to know the maps. You have to know the map. You have to watch the mini map at all times to know exactly what your team doing. And if nobody's getting any score streaks, no UAVs, nothing in the air. Let's say there's no UAVs. Everybody's running around with suppressor or dead silence. You know, nothing is just popping up on the mini map. Then you have to use your instinct and your knowledge of the game to figure out what's going on and where they're going to be. It's easier when you look on the mini map and you see all the arrows in the same area as you, then you know they're not where you're at. They're on the other side. But when people starts to be all over the place, you pretty much have to almost kind of, okay, nobody's over here. I gotta predict somebody might be over here. And if you're always focusing and paying attention to the maps, if you're always focused and paying attention to your team and how the spawns work, then you will have better map control. Flipping the spawns can get very aggravating to a person that's trying to hold the spawns in a certain area, because you're trying to just predict the spawns and you're trying to not flip the spawns, and then you got one or two people that's just acting a fool and really don't know how to control the map. It'll throw the spawns off. It'll get you mad. You might want to leave the game. So it's better to have a team of people, or the majority of people, like you're in a party with people and y'all talking with each other. It don't have to work like that all the time. I'm mostly a solo player, and I can do it by myself because I know how to play a certain way and kind of put my teammates where I want them to be. It's kind of hard for me to explain. I try to explain it the best way I can. If your teammates die, they're gonna spawn near you or near one of your other teammates in that area. So it's kind of hard for me to explain it, but you can pretty much put your team where you want them to be when they die. And you can put the enemy where you want them to be. It all depends on you knowing the game, you knowing the map, you paying attention to what your team is doing. A lot of times I get into these games and I might go in and everybody's just, it's just, and I leave the lobby because it's just too much going on. It all depends on how I feel. Sometimes I'm just not, I'm just getting murdered and everybody's just all over the place and I can't get anything. I can't get any shots. I'm getting killed. I'm going negative. I mean, it happens. But if you want a better flow and a better control of the map, it's better to not push the spawn as much as unless you have your team pushing it with you, or the majority of the team is pushing it with you. That way you know where they're coming from and what's going on. This gameplay, man, I just felt like just having fun. I wasn't trying to spawn trap. I wasn't trying to cap. I was just all over the place. I just felt like getting on the game and just playing. Didn't care. I just felt like getting some kills. Didn't matter if I died. Didn't matter. I just felt like loosening up and getting some kills, warming up or whatever. So guys, if you have any more issues, any more topics you want me to help you out, feel free to comment. I hope these tutorials are a help to you. I hope this was. I try to explain it the best way I can. I might do a better one in another video. Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered. I might just come up with something and just try to give you a better flow or example with diagrams and arrows and pictures and all this so you can understand it more. So guys, if you enjoyed it or if it was a help in any way, make sure you hit that like button and comment. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you ain't did it already. This your boy Beast Mode always. Gone.